And I don't care who you are, I don't care where you come from, I don't care what your story is. At the end of the day, you can win if you choose to learn the things that you need to do and then fucking do them. That's reality. It's a hard truth to accept. But once you accept that truth, you are able to then move forward with the actions required to get you to where you want to go. You either are or you fucking aren't. You either will or you fucking won't. You're either going to become or you're not going to become. And it's not because of the outside circumstances, it's because of the inside circumstances. The greatest achievements in human history. Do you think that any of these people, any single one of them, got where they want to go or accomplish what it is they set out to accomplish by going half-ass, by going half-throttle? Okay, Lewis Hamilton isn't the Formula One champion because he goes around the motherfucking racetrack at half-throttle. Okay? The Buccaneers aren't the Super Bowl champions because they play the Super Bowl half-throttle. All right? But everywhere I look around, I see young people. When I say young people, normally I mean young in entrepreneurship. But right now, I mean fucking young. If you guys don't wake the fuck up and understand what the world's really about, you're gonna lose. And not only are you gonna lose, your kids are gonna lose. And their kids are gonna lose. So you have a decision to make. Your decision is go beat on the fucking victim drum or come over here and figure out what the fuck it takes to be successful.
My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, actually paid attention one time in class. And he said, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. Have a dream, sacrifice for it, and never ever rest in the middle.
Find a way to just reverse the whole thing. I'm like, no. Because I don't have a college degree, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna do this. Because I was always small, I'm gonna do this. Because I have no money, I'm gonna do this. Because my friends think I can't, I'm gonna do this. And all of a sudden, I started changing the story, not overnight, but over weeks. It became my empowering story. I wasn't looking at a deficit. I'm like, screw you guys. You think I'm not gonna do this because I don't have what you have? I'm gonna blow right past you, whether that's a good thought or not. At the time, it served me. That's not how I look at things now, but at the time it served me. And I was able to reverse that story, and that story got me through.
It's the little details that count. That one little bit extra, repeated, time after time. That extra hour, the extra reps, the extra little bit of effort, that little extra, with consistency adds up to a massive difference. Let me talk to you today about the principle of one thing. Committing every day to do one thing extra that will take you closer to your dream life.
People give up too easy. Most people are ready to throw in the towel when things get tough. Most people stop chasing their dreams because of fear. You heard what I said. I said most people, not you. You never give up when times get tough. You will keep going even if the odds are stacked against you. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you a champion. I've never heard of a champion giving up when times get tough. Champions keep on going until they get the victory. That's a champion's mindset.
When people look at you, do they think excuses? When people look at you, do they think victory? When people look at you, do they think that's a person that's gonna give me everything they got, not on some days, but on every day, and it's not gonna be predicated upon if I feel like it, because I think we all know if we only worked on the days when we felt like it, none of us would get much accomplished. I'm talking about the real level of commitment. Not the commitment that falls in line if everything goes right. I'm speaking of the commitment that says, I am going to stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left.
First time I ever picked up the DJ decks was horrible. Horrible now, but I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that feeling. It actually propels me and works quite the opposite. I can do 18, 22 hours a day easily. I'm a veteran at being able to look at an opportunity and go, is that going to take me further or not? Some people don't have that. You won't. It's something you develop. You know, that's why most times out of 10, any head of a company has been doing it for a long time, because they inherently can make a decision in the blink of an eye. But you have to learn that. Numerous breakthroughs over my career and my life, which I'm all proud of, but none so much as that realization that I want to be an actor. Know what your target is. Don't guess it. Be as clued up as the next man, because that's your petrol. That's your fuel to get you moving. If you don't know where you're going, what your targets are, you're never going to get there. Period.
When you get tired, when you get fatigued, when you get down, when you're in a slump, it's your habits, rituals, routines, and your standards that carry you through. And if you don't have good habits, you don't have good rituals, you don't have good routines, always in your life you will fall down in bad times, in slumps and fatigue and in stress.
You've been chasing the wrong things for far too long. You've been chasing the wrong people for far too long. You've been running away from your purpose to something that looks good for your life, but is not meant for your life, and you're tired.
It's the thing that allows you to go the extra distance, to dig just a little bit deeper, push a little harder, get after it.
If you love something, if you have a strong passion for something, you would go to the extreme to try to understand or try to get it. If you have to walk, you would go get it. If you have to beg someone, you will go get it.
Do I get dinged up? Of course I do. You know what? No factor. No factor. Deal with them. You know what? You know what I hear? I hear the clock ticking. That's what I hear. And the end is nigh, and time waits for no man. And you young guns out there, no complacency, no backing off. No slack whatsoever. Fight. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. So, like the end of a hard day, put your head down with ease.
Whatever you do, don't lose your head. Pull your feelings out of it. Be strong and very courageous. If you are going to birth your dream, your calling, your passion, you can't draw back when life gets tough. You've got to stand up to it and push.
And the reason why most of you are not successful is because every single time stuff not going your way, you give up, you quit, you let go, and people feel weakness. They feel it. You can feel when somebody's not committed, when they're not all in, when they're not dedicated. And there's another level you get to when you go all in.
I want what all other men want, but when the pressure hits, when the opposition hits, when the challenge hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. That's how I conquer, and that's how nobody has ever.
Dreams and goals. I want you to be honest with me. 7 days of a week, 7 days of the week, you can honestly say as it relates to your goals, beast mode, you give 120%. Every single day you get up 120% beast mode. The greatest feeling in the world, God, the greatest feeling in the world is execution. The greatest feeling in the world is doing what you said you were going to do. There's no greater feeling in the world.
There's a lot of people who started with nothing but ended up with everything. If they can do it, why can't you? You just have to think like a champion, train like a champion, and be a champ.
If you have to fake it until you make it, soon you won't have to fake it. Because after hard work, you make it. After the struggle, you make it. After you stick it out, you make it.
Make a commitment to go 100% all in. It's the little details that count. That one little bit extra, repeated time after time. That extra hour, the extra reps. The extra little bit of effort. That little extra with consistency adds up to a massive difference. One thing, just that little bit extra.
That's what separates the hopeful from the lost, the success from the failure. That's what builds character, forms a powerful habit. That's the difference. Just that little extra.
Nobody is void of a pit at some moment. Just because you're in a pit does not mean it's over.
You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up.
Because I gotta keep moving, even though everything in me wants to just lay down and quit.